There was an old emperor that had become very ill, and he had realized that he was going to need to choose his next successor to take over for him. So he had summoned all of the youth from all over the lands to be brought before him. Now, as all the youth were being summoned, he had come up with a brilliant plan as to how he was going to choose the next successor. So all the youth showed up, and one by one, they were all presented with a flower pot and some rich, beautiful soil. And the emperor had told them that within these pots, I have hand selected the most beautiful flowers from all over the most beautiful gardens and from all over the world. Your job is to be able to take these pots and to be able to raise these flowers, or to nurture and care for them, and to be able to grow some of the most beautiful flowers. Whoever can come back to me in the next few months and present me with the most beautiful flower will get to become the new emperor. So one by one, the kids all ran back to their houses and their homes, and they started doing everything they could. Some of the kids were reading to their plants, their pots, their seed. Some of them were talking. Some of them were just measuring out the water cups. They were reading all about how to be able to take care of plants, and they were so into it. And as the weeks passed, these kids started bragging and talking all about how beautiful their plants had become and how they were going to be the next emperor because they were taking the best care of their seeds. All but one boy, who continued to hear these stories, realized that his seed was not growing at all. Even though he was taking all the time, he was trying the same stuff that all the other boys were doing, his wasn't growing. So month after month went by to the point where time was up. And all of the boys once again were summoned back before the emperor, and every one of them started presenting these amazing flowers. And this boy, who didn't have anything get produced, was so ashamed and so embarrassed he almost didn't go, until his parents said, you need to go before the emperor, and this was your task, right, wrong, fail or not, you need to show up. And so the boy did. And of course, his greatest fear, everybody started laughing and pointing at the kid with no flower. Everybody was making fun of him and like, why, what did you do wrong? How could you kill one of the most beautiful flowers? And all at once, the emperor silenced everybody and looked at the boy and said, come before me. And everybody was like, whoa. Now the kid is thinking, oh, shoots, now I'm gonna get a lashing from the emperor himself. You know, I killed one of his flowers. And all of a sudden the emperor looked at the entire crowd and said, you're all laughing now, but before you stands the new emperor. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? And he said, you all laugh at this boy for showing up without a flower produced. And every one of you talked about how much time and energy you took into your flowers. And it's funny to me because every one of your seeds were boiled and barren, and not a single one of them were able to be able to produce a flower. So the only one that had enough honesty and integrity, and the only one to have enough courage to stand before everybody, was this boy here. And that's what it takes to be a great emperor and a great leader, is to be able to know that you have the honesty and integrity, and you have the courage to be able to stand up for what's right, and to take accountability, and to stand before everybody, right, wrong, or indifferent, even if you know you're gonna get, made fun of, even though you think you might have done something wrong. That takes true courage. All right.